Hello, welcome to Assure Food Safety. We are your digital food safety consultant. So today we are going to discuss about what is food safety culture and how to achieve it. So food safety culture is a relatively new requirement which has been introduced in various GFSI recognized schemes such as BRCGS, FSSC 22000, even IFS. So apart from the various standards, it's also been considered by various food safety regulations such as USFDA, who promotes use of food safety culture for various stakeholders that they deal with. So what exactly is food safety culture? How to get started with it? How to achieve food safety culture? And how it is being audited whenever any auditor does the audit. So in this video, we are going to discuss all of these queries that a lot of people in the industry have, and also understand how effectively it can be implemented. So whether even the auditors who are watching this video can also understand whenever they're going to audit any food safety culture. Just to get started with, let's understand what is food safety culture. So first we'll break down this particular word. So culture, what do you understand by culture? Culture is culture is basically unwritten rule at any place, whether you're talking about work culture or at any corporate establishment, or the culture at your home or your country or wherever it is. It is the way the people do things, and how they are perceived and how they believe they will be perceived is what we collectively call as culture. So, whenever there are any prevailing attitudes within the people, that what are going to be the consequences of the actions that do in the particular environment, they will be able to make the decisions in those direction. For example, if suppose there is a food establishment which has food safety rules and regulations, but they know that they are not most likely going to be rewarded for being very good at their work or making sure that the food safety requirements are followed. So in that case, they are not really motivated to follow all the requirements of food safety, and they know that they are not going to be easily detected if anything goes wrong. So all those things, really matter. Over the time, people come to understand that there are certain things that need to be done in a certain way. There are certain rules that can be easily bent, or they can be broken, and they can get their way out of any kind of situation. So such kind of attitudes really make a lot of issues in day-to-day food safety activities, because if they know that any activity which cannot be detected by the establishment, or there are not enough monitoring processes in place, or there is let go attitude, like, okay, it's fine if you don't follow the practices that are required to maintain good food safety requirements. So all those things collectively make up the culture of your establishment. So you, as a senior management or someone who's trying to implement food safety culture, needs to make sure that what are the norms which are not written on paper but followed, uh, you know from person to person, or the seniors who uh, do things certain way that the juniors will follow, and then that is what we call as culture at your establishment. So that is what needs to be focused on. So for example, if any employee understands that that person needs to wear the protective clothing, but just because there is not much protective clothing available, or there is no one who's going to supervise when that person needs to wear, and also not getting not getting detected. So in that case, the person will not be motivated to wear that protective clothing. On the other hand, if suppose there are monitoring procedures in place to make sure that the people do follow the food safety requirements, also there is a reward procedure in place where the people who are following all the requirements are recognized and rewarded, whether it is a monthly performer of food safety or any such thing. So in that case, it does happen that the person will be more likely to follow all the practices. So next point is related to let's understand what the standard says about food safety culture. So we are going to focus majorly on the BRCGS standard. In BRCGS standard issue 9 for food, clause 1.1.2, which states the requirements of food safety culture. So the BRCGS standard requirement says that the site senior management shall define and maintain a clear plan for the development and continual improvement of food safety and quality culture. Okay, so it means that, as you know, if you read the standard, you understand the burden of the implementation of food safety culture has been put into the senior management, and not like an individual employee or any certain section of the facility or any certain department. So by this we understand that it's the senior management's responsibility to implement the food safety culture, and also make sure that the plan is very robust, and it is also implemented and have a it has a defined strategy. So that is the first part of it. The activities that you're going to plan for the food safety culture. So it should be inclusive of all the different sections of the facility which are going to impact the food safety of the product that you're making. So activities such as feedback sessions from the employee, arranging various trainings, then also making sure that there is performance appraisal, which is based on specifically the performance related to the food safety activities that they're performing. You're able to monitor them and make sure that their appraisal is capturing all those details. So, they will be more motivated into performing well in terms of food safety. So apart from that, even the senior management. So one point is that senior management can be involved in a lot of different induction meetings. Like whenever new employees are hired, the senior management can talk to the new employees directly and make them aware about how serious they are about the food safety at their establishments, and also be taking part in the meetings that are there. Like people should feel heard whenever they're working at your establishment, that okay, we as directly involved in terms of handling the food, and also our voices are heard by the senior management, and it's basically getting recognized, and we are also being motivated for, and also getting recognized for what we are doing in terms of this food safety of the facility. So all those things really play an important role in achieving food safety culture. In food safety culture requirement of BRCGS, it is stated that there should be a clear and open communication on product safety. So this can be one of your activities that you're going to plan for food safety culture. Then there should be an objective of training, like how many trainings you're going to perform, or which all people you're going to cover in it, and what is going to be the topic of trainings which can directly impact food safety. Then the behavior which is required to maintain and improve product safety or food safety. So often you would not tolerate people who are very ignorant of all such different concepts that are getting introduced. How are you going to improve the behavior? Whether any person who's not feeling having negative thoughts about the various changes that is happening into establishment and various practices, like people who will just avoid wearing gloves, or avoid washing hands, and like how would you change those kind of people? What are the activities that you will make them understand? Maybe they're not aware about what are the implications of not following food safety. So all those different things can be done. Then a performance measurement, making sure that people know that their performance in terms of food safety is being watched and also being recorded, so that they are very serious about the work that they do. And then action plan, indicating how the activities will be undertaken, and not just just talking about how the various activities that are there. Maybe you can have a yearly objective and then split it up against the quarters that are there, and the quarterly whatever activities and objectives that you're going to have. And then at the end of the year, or whatever frequency you would want to have, maybe in the start you would have like quarterly you're going to review what is the performance, or even yearly you could have the review of the performance of food safety culture. And then wherever it is required, also you need to update the activities that are there. Obviously you're not going to forever have objective of having training conducted for all the employees. You can have like more number of trainings or different activities, for example games which involves food safety related concepts and all those things. And also like one important point is that having feedback from the employee, like what they feel about the culture of the facility, whether they feel that it is important to follow food safety or no. So all those different things really add up to a good food safety culture. And so whenever any auditor is going to audit your food safety culture, they're going to look at the objectives that you've set for food safety culture, whether those objectives are having any measurement criteria, they're time bound or no. So all those things do play a very important role in setting good objectives. It should just not be objectives set and then there are something very like having um, something like the food safety culture 100% without even starting any activities for the year. So it should be, maybe you can have like 70% achievement in the first year, and then in the second year it can raise to 100%, all those things. So this should be attainable objectives. And then how you split up the different activities within those particular objectives, and how you're going to measure them. Whether it is related to the training objective, then you should be maintaining the training records. If it is related to the communication, and the meetings that you're going to have with the employees, then you should be showing the meeting records with the employees, and who was involved and what was discussed and all those things. So yeah, so that is what needs to be done. Then there could be involvement of senior management, then how senior management was involved in all those activities, because remember this particular clause or requirement lies under the senior management main clause. So it all comes to the senior management, whether how they are implementing it and how they are involved in various aspects of it. Okay. Then something which auditors can look for is basically very simple thing, is the attitudes of people. Whenever the auditor is there at the site, did the auditor see that people are following it properly at the shop floor level? Not only just the employees, but every single person, even the managers at higher level, even the owner of the company is very dedicated to food safety of the facility. It's not that just the people who are handling the food directly should be wearing hairnets. Anyone who's entering the facility, how they are asked to follow food safety measures. It's not just someone who's directly handling the food. So those all things are really important that the auditor can look for, and they really sense the food safety within the facility is very important. So that is something which cannot be documented, that can only be seen by the auditor or sensed by the auditor. So next thing is that the feedback of the employees, how that has been collected, what kind of questions are there, and how that has been collated in form of analysis of all those different feedbacks that are there. So then how the plan was implemented, and what is the current level, what they were aiming to achieve, and what they have currently achieved. That is also very important that the auditor can look for. And then comes the part of making sure that how you would judge the food safety culture based on all those different points, whether you want to raise NC of not having proper resources within the facility. Sometimes even the clients may not understand the meaning of food safety culture. So awareness related to food safety culture, or suppose the activities are not properly measured, or they're just a plan but there is no activity, or there is no such proper review of the entire process. No review is happening. So all those things an auditor can look for when you're doing audit for food safety culture. So the next thing is that how to get started with food safety culture. It is relatively new requirement and there's not so much knowledge about it in the industry, and it's very difficult to get the documents and templates and to get compliant, because obviously the auditor is going to check your documents or the plan that you've made. Don't worry, because we have assureFoodSafety.com, our website, on which we have created a food safety culture kit, in which there is the plan that you will be needing, and as well as the template of questionnaire. So you can download it from the link in the description, and you can see the plan over here, like this, how it looks like. And you can buy it from our website and just modify it as per your organization name and all those things. But it does comply with the requirements of the GFSI recognized schemes such as BRCGS and FSSC, and you can just straight away download it and start using it. And you can also reach out to us if you require more such templates. And I hope that you like this video and you do have your your concept clear about food safety culture. If you have any further queries, you can email us at info@assurefoodsafety.com, and also connect with us on WhatsApp, and do leave your comment in the comment section, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also our LinkedIn channel, so that we can make more such content that you will be able to use in your establishment in order to make sure that you are ahead in food safety journey with us. Assure your food safety digital consultant. Bye.